Good afternoon, and welcome to our ribbon cutting ceremony for the Tampa Police Department's firearm training facility. Before we get started, there are some people I would like to thank. First, I would like to thank former Chief Jane Castor, retired Major Sophie Teague, of course, Mayor Bob Buckhorn, Assistant Chief retired John Newman, Major Mark Hamlin, Assistant Chief Brian Dugan, Sergeant Jared Sill, which took this project and ran with it, Major Mike Baumeister, and from the city, James Jackson, Kevin, I'm going to butcher this name, Hinneka, Gene Duncan, Garvin Williams, Bob Dunna, Michael Platt, and from Integra, Brian Murphy, Jeff Krunkle, and one of the people very instrumental in this process, making sure we were good neighbors, Jennifer Willman. When I first took over as chief, one of the things that I outlined was providing a facility and the focus on training for our police officers. This is just one piece of that puzzle. Our goal was to reduce the time that the officers were off the street so they can provide that quality of service that our community deserves. You know, the training facility that we trained in the past, the average time was 3 hours away from our city. You know, 55 miles round trip. So having this facility in our backyards was instrumental in giving that quality of service back to our community. The hours saved and the cost of the officers off, leaving the street was approximately $150,000 a year. That's a great savings to the cities and our citizens of our community. The next man I would like to introduce, which is also instrumental, very instrumental in this process, is the mayor of this great city, Mayor Bob Buckhorn.
I want you to know how this police department takes care of me. They give me a gun without any bullets. Let me recognize two other people. Cindy Roberts, the wife of Mike Roberts. Cindy, thank you for always being here. And also, somebody who's leaving us on Friday, who's spent decades with this department. It's his last week in uniform, Rich O'Connor. Rich, congratulations. The sad part for me is I started with some of these guys, and here I am still working 18 hours a day, and Rich is heading for his pension. To all of you, let me say thank you. To all the staff that has worked so hard on this. I remember 5 years ago when I wasn't even in office, the officers telling me the need that we had for a training facility that was world class. I am a firm believer, and I think you are too, that you play on Saturday or Sunday the way you train during the week. And this facility that we are going to open today is going to allow this department to be the finest trained, to train with far more frequency, far more accuracy in many, many different stations that, to the extent possible, replicate some real-world circumstances. This is an opportunity for our men and women, the folks that you see here behind me, to really hone their skills. Because as it says right up there on that wall, when you're under pressure, you don't rise to the occasion. You sink to the level of your training. So inevitably in those circumstances, what you fall back on is what you've been trained to do. And that muscle memory takes over. And the only way that happens is if you are out here shooting hundreds and thousands of rounds and preparing for what we hope will never happen. But God forbid when it does, you will revert to your training. And this facility here will enable you to be, I think, the best trained department in the state of Florida. We want you to be equipped when you go into those circumstances to be as well trained as you possibly can. This would not have happened without Sophie Teague, who came all the way back from Tennessee to be here with us today. I understand even less of what she's saying than I used to. Without former Chief Jane Castor, who also who let Sophie be Sophie. And this facility would not have occurred without Major Sophie Teague constantly driving that discussion and pushing and prodding as only Sophie can do. Sophie, this facility is a testimony to your perseverance and your time here I know the men and women of this department will be better because of what you've done. We couldn't be prouder of this facility. It's an exciting day for Tampa. For all of you from other departments, we welcome you for a fee. I'm all about the bottom line. So we will be happy to share this with you for a minor contribution to the cause. For some of you, it will be major. But I'm excited. This has been a long time coming. I know this department has waited a long time for it. I think Chief and I are ready to shoot a ribbon, hopefully. We're playing the mayor's rules, so if I miss, I get credit for the chief's shot. And let's go cut this thing and open this up and let you guys get training to do what you do best. And God forbid you'll never need it, but if you do, I want you to be ready heading into battle, to be prepared and do what you're trained to do. So let's go train hard and let's go win. All right? Thanks, everybody.
Go play, Mayor, go.